Elevator pitches. Elevator pitches are valuable more than we realize. Does anyone in here have an elevator pitch? It's sort of a rhetorical question, but if you want to drop your answer on the side, feel free to. Okay. Again, I can see your answers. Some of the people on this call have already been through some of this conversation about elevator pitches. I know Rashawn, Candace has as well. We've talked about this in some very personal mentorship classes that we're holding every Monday at, I think it's 12 noon, if I'm thinking about that time right. And they've already advanced pretty well in their elevator pitches. Alex said, I will have one after this. Yes, you will, brother. All right, this is elevator pitch 101. I believe you all can hear me pretty well right now. Let's get straight into it. This call will be less than 30 minutes. All right. What is an elevator pitch? It's exactly what it sounds like, right? You're on the elevator and you don't know what to say. You freeze up. Happened to me the other day. I didn't freeze up, but it happened to me where a lady got on the elevator and there was another person on the elevator that apparently she knew. And so therefore they started talking. And what did I hear? I heard them talking about real estate. This is a word to you all. If you're ever in an environment where people are talking, I always say, if you're quiet for 20 to 30 seconds, you're here an opportunity for you to be the real estate agent or do some business with them in the real estate world. 20 to 30 seconds, whether it's at a bar, a restaurant, things of that nature. What do I mean? You're going to hear someone say, I can't stand my landlord. You're going to hear someone say, my pool's messed up. Yeah, I couldn't get my pool working. Timmy had a birthday party, but we couldn't use the pool. I got a roof leak. There's a raccoon in the attic, right? You're going to hear these different elements. Oh, there are potholes in the street. I hit a pothole the other day on my street. You're going to hear that. And what does that do? That lets me know where you are in your career as a real estate agent. If you're able to identify that moment that you can capitalize and bring value to someone in the realm of real estate. Okay. Because when I hear all those things, I'm like, oh, I'm like, cha-ching. Mixed in with, okay, let me bring this person's value, but I also hear cha-ching at the same time. Okay. All right, cool. So I want you to be able to introduce yourself in these conversations. I'll start you off with a quick intro, someone you don't know at all, right? You're at an event or you're out, you see someone in there in a suit and tie or in there in a nice blouse and a nice skirt or something like that. They look like they get into some business. I want you to go up to them. I kind of came up with this myself, not kind of, I did. I want you to go up to them and say your name. Hey, my name is Mike Scott. You look like somebody I would like to know. What's your name? No, excuse me. You like someone I need to know. What does that do? That brings that person value. That makes them feel like, well, do I? You know what? I did wear my nice suit today. You know, I did buff my shoes out a little bit today. So now that person feels valuable. Hey, my name is Mike. You look like someone I need to know. What's your name? Right? Okay. They're going to say what their name is. And, you know, what are you into? What's your line of work? What do you do? Right? All right, cool. So that's a little tidbit. I didn't want to really share that, but it just kind of came to me right now. Elevator pitch 101. Let's get straight into it. All right. Here are some ideas I want you to keep in mind. All right. I want your elevator pitch to be 20 seconds or less. We all know this is a microwave society. People are moving fast. Videos are even faster. The truth is, when you're watching Instagram or TikTok, look, I'm 40 years old. TikTok gives me anxiety, right? Because as soon as I get on the platform, it's like, I'm like, yo, can I get like a landing page or something? I need a little bit more time. But that is the society that we live in right now where everything is quick, 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 quick. And our bodies are acclimating to that. And so therefore, we need to make sure we acclimate our elevator pitch to that. I want you to get all your value out in your conversation that first 20 seconds. Okay. Boom. So you figured that out. 20 seconds or less. I don't want it longer than that. You should be able to say everything about yourself that's of value to introduce yourself to someone in less than 20 seconds. Guess who's about? Who it's about? It's not about you. Right? Now, mind you, your elevator pitch is about you, but you got to keep in mind why you're pitching this because you're trying to appeal to the value of that person or their needs, their wants. Okay, so you want to kind of curtail what you say. We'll go over some examples here in a moment, but you want to make sure that your pitch makes that person feel of value or that they could utilize you in some way, shape, or form. You also want to build credibility, all right, by giving examples. And again, we'll go over some of these things and do some examples here in a moment. I want you to get to yes 3 times. I want you to get to yes 3 times. Now, mind you, let me say this. Let me be very clear. This is getting away from that first 20 seconds, okay? Now, your 20-second pitch is information about yourself. But as I'm going through these different elements, this is going to be things that you're going to pay attention to in your conversation with people. Okay? You're going to make sure it's about them. People love to talk about themselves. I know I do. I don't mean to, but I do, right? We all like to talk about ourselves. It's just a natural thing. Most of us do, at least. I know a couple of people who won't say anything about themselves. But through the conversation, building credibility and also getting to yes. If someone says no to you, you've asked the wrong question. All right. If someone says no to you when you're pitching your services to them, you've asked the wrong question. All right. Some words you want to avoid. And again, we will go over some examples here in a moment. Actually, like, basically. We have to make sure we refine our conversation to remove those filler words. Some of these words make you look less confident. Some of these words look like you're mediocre. Actually, basically, right? It looks like your vocabulary isn't where it needs to be. So I'd rather you pause instead of saying, take a breath, relax. Your life is not TikTok. You don't have to like immediately like get it all out. Like, no, Instagram it. Just take it easy. Okay. So slow down and try to remove some of those words like actually, like, basically, and there are more. You meet someone valuable in an elevator. Do they want you to say, oh yeah, I closed a couple of deals, your head's down, I closed a couple of deals, I'm trying to do what I can do when I can do it. I know they want to hear, hey, I closed 36 deals last year. Average sale price was 830,000 across the Indianapolis area. We operated in Geist, Fishers, Noblesville as well. We work with new builds and pre-existing. They want to hear that. They want to hear that confidence, right? Now that's not true. Let me be clear. Our average price point was not 800,000. It sounded good though. And I'm not saying lie, but that's what they want to hear is confidence. Okay. So don't hold me to the numbers, just the moral of the story. All right. So speak with confidence. How do you build confidence? By practicing. By practicing. You build confidence by practicing in the mirror. Consistently. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. All right. Look in the mirror, talk to a friend or family, call me, go over your pitch once we get through this. I'm going to break it down. Don't be scared to get constructive criticism. The greatest people in the entire world can take criticism. I know it makes your skin crawl and it feels weird. And you feel it in the pit of your stomach. You feel it. It stings. I totally understand, right? But you have to get over it. Stay in the fire. Get into the mix. Let people critique you. Build your armor up. That's how you build thick skin. When I'm lifting weights, I have calluses on my hands from lifting weights, but my hands are stronger. They can deal with more. It's more endurance, the stamina there. So don't turn away. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an example. When I was in college and I wanted to go to the NBA, it was my senior year at Kent State University. I wanted to go to the NBA, and my coach, Bobby Wilkerson, he played on the only undefeated team in IU history back in like 78 or something like that. He was my high school coach. And my senior year, I hit him up like, Coach, and he played in the NBA for some years. I said, Coach, I want to play in the league. What I need to do? XYZ. I was a little bit soft then. I ain't gonna stunt you. I didn't like how he said it to me. Because what happened was he said, hey, Mike, do XYZ, like write a letter or whatever, and you want to get that to the head coach. I wrote the letter, read it to him. He's like, Mike, that's terrible. Call me Slim. That was my name. Like Slim was my name. A lot of people know me as Slim in Indianapolis. He said, Slim, that's terrible. What is that? I never called him back. And I also didn't go to the NBA. Not saying that if I had wrote a perfect letter, I would have went to the league, but that's a moment that I look back like, dang, I didn't take constructive criticism. I wasn't able to get into the fire, right? From someone who's been there. A great mentor is going to make you uncomfortable sometimes. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable. And if you're only comfortable, then you're not with the right person. All right. Get pushed, be uncertain a little bit and uncomfortable. All right. Another point. Don't let perfect ruin good. One thing that we have an issue with is we want to have the perfect anything, right? So from pitches and things of that nature, listen, it's okay. Like it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to stutter sometimes, but don't fall apart in your pitch or in conversation. Right? Take a second, breathe, relax. Your life is not TikTok. Slow down. All right, slow down. Cool. Let's get into some examples of what this looks like. So this looks familiar to some of the people on this call who have been in. Let's get on. Whatever. All right, cool. So here we go. Let's get into how this works. All right, an elevator pitch. I want you to simplify it down to 3 lines. You know how blank. Well, I blank by blank. You know how real estate agents really want to be successful and sell a lot of homes, but they can't quite get going? Well, I help them and mentor them to be better and learn the different angles of real estate with my 12 years of experience by creating a platform called Closers Only Club, where there's conversation, dialogue, and also offering mentorship on a monthly basis. That was like 10 seconds. Top of the dome, right? Could I refine it? Absolutely. Let's do a different one. I'm gonna do one from a real estate standpoint. So I did that from a mentorship standpoint. I'm gonna do one from a realtor standpoint. You know how so many buyers and so many people are renting and they don't know how to buy, they don't have the information. Well, I educate them in the process of home buying by putting together seminars and walking with them hand in hand to make sure they understand all the little small nuances, right? That can be your pitch right there. Okay. Give you another example over here. This is a variation. Excuse me. I help X achieve Y by doing Z. Any volunteers that want to try this? I don't care if you mess up. Listen, don't be shy. If you're going to be a real estate agent, you have to talk in front of people. Be bold. Raise your hand right now. This is your moment. Be better. Be bold. Is there anyone bold on the call? I'm only one. I'm only one. All right, got one. Cool. Candace. Candace, talk to me. Turn your mic on for me.
Okay, let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. I help X achieve Y by doing Z.
Mhm. And no matter how you do this, we're gonna all clap for you. So that's how comfortable you can be.
I appreciate it. I'm actually going to make up one that I don't usually use. I usually talk about being a real estate agent, but I'm a venture off, and try something different. So I help first time investors achieve obtaining their first flip
Mhm.
and let's see, obtaining and selling their first flip
Mhm.
by offering mentorship and representing them as their realtor by using my negotiation skills and educating them through the process.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Hit the emoji. If y'all see the little celebration button down there, smiley face, emoji, clap or something, heart, all that. All right. That's the win. See, the win is doing. That's what I want to see. I want to see, hey, who's willing to step into the scene and do, right? Do and perform. And who did it come from? Someone who's at the top of the list of our brokerage and performing, right? Uncomfortable, right? So great job there. Alex, did you have something you want to add, or you just raise your hand like a wave or something?
I was trying to hit the emoji. I hit the
Okay.
wrong thing.
All
But
good, all good.
I'll try the little exercise out though since I'm unmuted.
On you, bro.
Um, I help. Let's see. I help home buyers obtain ownership by providing them with great lending options that help them close within 30 days or less.
Pew, 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 pew. I wish you had one of them clues bombs. Good job, bro. Listen, the
know.
win is in doing. The win is, I don't care how perfect it is, how messed up it is, how many times you say, duh, okay, I messed up. I don't care. Perform, go forward, move forward. I love that. Great job, Candace and Alex. Kudos to you too. All right. So let me try it. I might fumble, but I'm gonna do it. I don't have this memorized right now. This particular one is a little bit new of a model. I help real estate agents achieve their goals by doing personal mentorship programs with them on a very intimate level. I'm gonna try one about installing windows in someone's house, right? I'm gonna just wing it, okay? Keep it simple. Don't do too much. Calm down. Your life is not TikTok, okay? I like that actually. Let's go. Here it is. I help homeowners lower their energy bills. I help homeowners achieve lower energy bills by doing a very intense evaluation of their home's windows and the sills in them. Calm, collected. You know how I can help you. Very, very straightforward. Give me some claps and some thumbs up. All right, I'm doing it too. All right, so great job there. Okay, let's see what time it is. All right, cool. So look, right? So you did your pitch. You realize what your pitch is. You know how real estate agents want to get going and they're in the brokerage. They don't really have the support that they feel they need. Well, I offer one-on-one mentorship by creating a platform in Closer Only Club where we can dialogue, talk. We have videos and a lot of touch points for us to grow. Then what I can do is through conversation. I'm not saying go straight into this, but I'm saying be ready to have a story. I feel like half of the people on this call have probably, oh, I'm going to use this little laser thing right here. I know half of y'all have seen that TV show Scandal, right? Seen Scandal or whatever TV show y'all watch, whatever TV show y'all into. Every great TV show has drama, whether it's Sex in the City, whether it's what's 50 Cent's show, Power, whatever. They all have drama and problems. So what you want to do in your story is give the problem and the drama to real people in. All right. So if I was to start a story, I might start off with an example. Hey, let me give you an example. Let me see if I want to tell that story. No, I'll abandon that one. All right. So I'm going to say this one where if I'm telling the story and I want to speak to a real estate agent, I want to speak to a client who is thinking about buying a house, right? But they haven't chosen me, right? So I did my pitch or whatever, and I want to give them a problem. I want to give them a story. My story might start off with, I said actually, we need to get rid of that word. I just had someone call me the other day, and this is a true story. I had someone call me the other day who was working with a friend of theirs who just got their license. And they called me because they didn't necessarily fully trust the experience of their friend or family who had gotten their license. They said that they should have reached out to me initially, but they're calling my phone to get the truest expertise. That's drama. And some of you have probably experienced that someone reaches out to you who has another agent, right? Then I go into the solution. You can avoid this issue because what the reality of it is, this desire you have to buy a house is about you. It's not about who the realtor is. It's not about your relationship with anyone around you. This is about you working with the right person to get you to the right house at the right time. The reason this matters is because your life depends on it. When everything's said and done, you need an expert. You wouldn't go to a college student for surgery. No, you would go to someone with a PhD. But would you go to a college student because that's your cousin or your aunt? No, you wouldn't. You would go to someone who's qualified to perform surgery. Well, this is surgery for your real estate realm and your wealth and your finances. Oh, that would hit them. Write that down. If you need, steal it. I don't mind. Take that with you. Yes, please take that. Steal any of this conversation. This ain't even stealing. Just take it. I'm offering it to you. Okay. So give the problem, give the drama, give a solution, and then tell them the value. And remember, in a lot of all this conversation is about them. It's always about them. You want people to talk about themselves. You are going to have a space where you want to, discuss these different elements, but it's about them. Kiera. What's up, Kiera? How you doing? All right, Kiera, I'm gonna put some pressure on you because if you hear, listen, y'all, I told y'all mentorship is uncomfortable, but we're gonna get better. That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. Kiera, because I want y'all to expand your minds outside of even real estate. Then we'll go into the real estate, right? I want to stretch out your minds a little bit. Okay, a little bit. Kiera, your line of work is you what's it called? Seam dresses. What's it called when people make clothes? You're a seamstress or something? That is seamstress. All right, cool. You're a seamstress, and you feel like I need a seamstress. I want you to use this model right here. You know how will I buy? Does that make sense? And you're muted, just so you know. So you gotta unmute yourself. You know what unmute button is? Oh, you have to know. I don't think I can
Okay.
unmute. There you
go.
go.
Hi.
Hey, what's up here?
Okay. So I'm gonna use me as a seamstress, and I'm gonna use you know how blank. Well,
Make it simple. Don't think too much. Wing it.
you know how detailed I can make your garments by how well I pay attention to the details and the stitching, by the thread and the techniques I use.
Hey, claps and celebration for stepping up to the plate. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for action and progression. Great job. Great job. Great job. Okay, cool. So I'm going to refine it, right? I'm going to step into your shoes. I'm going to be the seamstress. Okay. You know how everybody gains a little bit of weight or loses a little bit of weight, and then those pants don't fit quite well? Well, I take the right measurements and seam you up the right way by being super detailed and using the program that we use to make sure that the measurements are accurate and perfect to your size, and that you can even grow into it or lose a little bit of weight and it still fit. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and so then down here, let me kind of explain this a little bit. Thank you for the claps and the celebrations. Great job, Kier. Thank you for stepping up to the plate. All right. No means you asked the wrong question. Oops, I didn't put the right word in there. You asked the wrong question. No means you asked the wrong question. What do I mean by that? When people say yes, they're more inclined to work with you. I'll give you an example of a question. If you said, are you open to talking to me more about buying a house? Someone could say, no, I'm not open. If you say, are you opposed? How do I want to phrase this? Hold on. Let me get that. Let me get it exactly right. I lost my thought on it. Hold on. If someone, okay, Candace, I feel like somebody's going to have the thought that I'm having right now.
I'm probably going a different direction, maybe slightly different, but maybe saying something like, would it, let's see, would it be too inconvenient to chat with me for 5 minutes about real estate just to be educated, more educated than you were the day before?
I love that.
Can I also chime in on that?
Yes.
So this morning I actually was approaching someone new, and I was like, how do you ask them? And then I was like, do you plan to buy a house soon? I just
Mhm.
simply asked, do you plan? And they was like, yeah. And then that's when I got into everything that I,
Yeah.
could give them.
Yeah, I love it. Where you can bring value. No, great ass right there, Candace and Kiera.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So that Candace, you got it right. The thing is, like, people can always say yes or no. And see, I got in my own head because I got in my own head thinking that there was no way they could say no to my question. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it hard for them to say no. Right. So where I wanted to go with that mentally was, hey, are you opposed to talking to me for a couple minutes about home buying? Are you opposed to talking to me about uh, bringing you value and mentorship? Are you opposed? Are you opposed to me helping you gain 10 more closings this year? Right. So now you're putting in some value into there. Like, why would someone say, yeah, I'm opposed to you helping me close 10 more deals? That sounds crazy. Like, you had to be just as completely like just closed off, right? So thank you, Candace, for that. You clicked my mind into motion. All right. But guess what, y'all? I ain't here to be perfect. I'm here to progress, and we all learning and growing together. Okay. Let's see. Cool. All right. So elevator pitch. You know how well I buy. We have 2 more minutes. One thing I want to make sure I do is respect your time and respect my own time. Okay. You know how well I buy. That's going to be a great homework assignment for you. Memorize it, lock it in, lock it down, and consider making multiple. Consider making multiple because you might be in an environment where you're on the stage talking to high schoolers. You might be in an environment where you're in an elevator with the $1 million CEO. You might be in an environment where you're at an event and it's a whole bunch of whoever, whatever different demographic or energy or age group there is. Get you 2 or 3, get you one that can go all over the board and get you 2 or 3 that are refined and really hit a specific niche that you want to work. But guess what? You got to find your niche, and we can talk about that in another conversation. Hopefully you picked up a little bit of something on here. All right. There's so much more to this, so many more conversations we could have. But other than that, if you need anything else from me, feel free to hit me up, text me, call me, and we can chop it up a little bit. Other than that, you all enjoy.